And now, the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Sprite.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Thanks for being with us. Shaquille O'Neal joins me. Tonight, we'll be watching the Utah Jazz playing against the Memphis Grizzlies. Last game for the Grizzlies, they picked up the W against the Pelicans at Smoothie King Center. This is their third meeting of the season with this team. They've won every game thus far and can seal their edge with a win here. Well, the Utah Jazz have a new coach. It's Quinn Snyder. What you think there, big fella?
Well, Quinn Snyder has always had a solid system. You know, he comes from a successful offensive system in Atlanta. And, you know, one thing I like about him is he develops players. Players under him get better each and every time.
Great hair, too.
Great hair. Nice gel.
That'll do it. Let's get down to courtside to Kevin Harlan.
It's the Western Conference on display, featuring the Memphis Grizzlies. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan, introducing the rest of the 2K broadcast team. Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and sideline reporter Doris Burke. Maybe the upper hand in this one. The Memphis Grizzlies won the last matchup of the season against the Utah Jazz. An incredible season series, complete domination. They've won all the matchups so far.
And what that game came down to, guys, was their ability to use that three-point shot so effectively.
The work they did on the perimeter was absolutely outstanding. Way too much for that defense to be able to handle.
And so off the tip, it's Utah. All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Prince is the 3 and Randolph the 4. Nick Calathis is out there with Tony Allen. And it's Gasol at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Offensive rebound. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. They get Marc Gasol.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And, you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
Enes Kanter, originally from Turkey, some real promise offensively. Scores well on that left block, and he does a nice job on the offensive boards as well. At times, he's even shown the ability to step out and space the floor. It'll be interesting to see how his game develops.
And Kanter, not a big leaper or shot blocker, but his strength serves him well defensively.
Yeah, he's a good post defender, Kevin, because of those attributes. He holds his ground and has the length to bother and challenge shots.
That one misses.
Well, the Utah Jazz enjoy what has long been considered one of the best home court advantages in the NBA here at Energy Solutions Arena. You combine the altitude with these rowdy fans, tough place to get a road win.
Now here's Hayward. Kicks it to Kanter. The pass to Burke. Here's Burks. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Burks has got his first 3 points of the game.
And he's on the board early.
The first to strike there. Nice hoop.
We talk about this crowd here in Salt Lake City. The construction, the physical structure here, this arena really puts the crowd right on top of the action.
And that really does have an effect, Kevin. Players and refs feel the fans as much as they hear them there.
Here's Burke following the basket by Marc Gasol. Burke kicks to Kanter. He feeds it to Burks. Out to Hayward. No one near him. That's good. Here's Calathis. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with Quinn Snyder. He brought up Marc Gasol, a kind of sleeper player he thinks could give them trouble. Coach said he's a guy 7 foot plus. He's very skilled, can shoot and finish over either shoulder, and he doesn't shy away from contact. He's a guy you have to really pay attention to. And I've told our guys, we can't let him have a big game. Fellas, we'll see how they do against him.
Thanks, Doris. 3 on the clock. Book slams it back in.
He could have tipped it home, but he wanted to give this crowd something to remember.
Dynamic work right there. Throw down that rebound.
Yes, sir.
Well, no need to back it out if you're in position for the dunk.
Here's Calathis. And Kanter pulls it down. For the Utah Jazz, they won their last contest, that game against Sacramento.
And I thought, guys, they were the beneficiary of what was some lackluster defense being played against them.
I agree with you. I mean, it was really shocking how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Now, here's Burks. He had 19 points in the win against Sacramento.
And his work on the glass, certainly noteworthy. And he contributed in a number of ways.
Here's Calathis after Alec Burks' score. Allen passes to Randolph. Hayward grabs the board. Jazz leading by 5. Pass to Burke. Beyond the arc. Grizzlies with the rebound. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
You know, so often in the NBA we talk about how you have to earn your points the hard way, but it didn't seem like that was the case. Everything came pretty easily.
Too many of their points came the easy way, Steve. You're right. On dunks and layups against a defense that didn't really put up much resistance.
And the Jazz with possession here, following the score by Memphis. To the left side wing. Lets the 3 fly. No good. And it's Memphis the other way.
Well, in the film session, they'll say that was a well-challenged shot.
Allen, count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Allen's got his second basket.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
Yeah, me too, Clark. I think anytime you have success pounding the ball inside, you've got to continue to go to the well.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tony Allen. That is his first foul of the game. So Utah ends up going with the new group. Memphis also making some changes. Kufis checked in for Gasol. Carter comes in for Zach Randolph. And Lee subbed in for Tony Allen. .157 left to play in the first quarter. Felix kicks to Novak. Clock at 6. Here's Exum. That 3 off the mark. To the wing on the left. Here is Novak, averaging 8 points a game. Goes back up. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Let's see some of the numbers here on Tayshaun Prince. How his last 10 games have gone. 4th in three-point field goal percentage. And his field goal percentage has been off the charts. He's in the top 5 in the NBA in terms of shooting accuracy.
Yeah, and, you know, taking a look again at his three-point shooting, Steve, he's done an excellent job, I think, of finding open spots. His teammates help him get open, but he understands how to do that. And then he just splashes those triples.
And he knocks down the first one. Adams, he's checked in for Nick Calathis. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
Kufis kicks to Adams. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Jazz leading by 3. Inside to Favors. Good work defensively by Carter. Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. To the middle. Intercepted. Fast break. Here come the Jazz. Pass to Novak. Fires for 3. And that one's good. Novak's got 5. So it's the Grizzlies now. And Adams kicks to Carter. And it's good from the elbow.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
40 seconds left in the first. Now here's Exum. He's covered closely. He kicks to Favors. Passes it to Felix. Nice ball movement by Utah. Exum with a wide open look. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Agreed, Clark. They've poured in 3 of the last 5 baskets on pretty open looks behind the arc.
Carter dishes to Adams. Here's Kufis. Derek Favors with the rebound. Feeds it to Novak. Shoots the three. And the Jazz, another three.
They've made one basket after another since getting this game started, and you wonder, is the blowout in store?
Too early to say that and go there, Steve, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Jazz lead by 10. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter.
Tune in Sunday, April 12th. Anthony Davis and the New Orleans Pelicans take on Dwight Howard and the Houston Rockets. It's the real deal.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Jazz.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
The Grizzlies trail by 10. So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. Randolph and Kufis are inside. Lee out there with Adams, and it's Carter in at the small forward. Utah has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Burke the pass to Favors. Burke with the screen for Favors. Burke's with it. Shot clock at 6. And Favors kicks to Novak. It's rebounded by Memphis. And it's Lee penetrating. Burks with the steal. He kicks it to Burke. He dishes it to Novak. 6 on the shot clock. Down low. Stolen. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. He's running. And Vince Carter with the slam.
Boy, he is a strong finisher on the fast break.
Yeah, he sure is. He remains in total control, even at full speed. I love that about him.
Jazz leading by 6.
Well, you look at Kosta Kufis, drafted 23rd in 2008 by Utah after just 1 year at Ohio State. Kind of drifted around. Started in Denver. Last season, he played valuable minutes in Memphis when Marc Gasol went out, and I think he's maybe found a home there.
Clock is at 3 with the fadeaway. No good off the back of the rim.
And the fadeaway was about his only option there. Really good defensive position.
Lee dishes to Kufis. Back to Lee. Here's Adams. There's 3-pointers off the mark. And Kufis, a nice compliment to Marc Gasol, backing up that center position.
Well, Gasol, has that size to battle bigger centers inside, and then, Kufis, who can at times struggle in strength matchup, really has great quickness. So an excellent defender for a 7-footer, defending pick and rolls, the versatility to make rotations, slide across the lane and get rebounds. This guy's a very good backup center in the league.
Here's Lee after Alec Burks has scored.
And he was one step ahead of the defense when he fired that pass for the assist.
And the Jazz with possession here. They've led by as much as 10. Burke kicks to Burks. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Back to Randolph. Burks with the steal. In transition, here come the Jazz. Now the dish to Burke. Inside to Favors. Stolen by Carter. Drive by Adams. Lee, that's good. And now just a 4-point Jazz lead.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Boy, the ball movement's been fantastic here the last few possessions.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Burks kicks to Novak, and he uses the glass on the way. Novak's got 10.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Carter outside. Back to Adams. From 15 feet away. It's a big high bounce and goes in.
Really did a nice job recognizing the mismatch that he had and immediately cashing in with that mid-range jumper.
A timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
And I think he believes that if he takes some time here to kind of talk things over, it'll be well served for this club.
And, you know, maybe this gives him an opportunity to toy around with some of their game plan while he has their attention during this break in the action.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Marc Gasol is checked in for Kukoc. Prince comes in for Zach Randolph. Tony Allen's checked in for Lee. And it's Nick Calathes in for Adams.
Intelligent passing there to make that hoop possible.
Calathes passes to Carter. Rebounded by the Jazz. Cantor's got his third rebound on the night. Exum with it, and it's Carter picking him up. Exum dishes to Evans. Carter comes in with a double team. Jacks up a three. Second shot opportunity. No good from Booker. The Grizzlies trail by 6. And it's Carter penetrating. Here's Calathes. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Calathes has got himself on the board with 3 there.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
There's the feed to Booker. 46 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Felix. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. And the Jazz lead by 6. If they time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
Yeah, that's the smart move there. That's how you want to end the quarter, but make sure you get a good solid possession here.
Now here's Allen. There's the call on Trevor Booker. .27 seconds left now here in the second. Prince kicks to Gasol. The second chance effort.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
It's his first trip to the line. That free throw missing. And he sinks the second. Jazz leading by 5. And here's Exum. An 11-point game for him in the win against Sacramento. And stolen by Prince. Carter outside. And the rejection by Evans. Here's Exum. And a tight game here as we end the first half. It's the Jazz. They're up by 5. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Energy Solutions Arena in Salt Lake City. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Here's Calathes. Burks the off guard with Hayward at the 3. Enes Kanter is out there with Trevor Booker. And it's Burke in at the point. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder.
They've been strong on the boards. There's no disputing that.
That's what the box score says. Still anybody's game, though.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Yes, gentlemen, Gordon Hayward declining Utah's extension offer going into last season, and it paid off. They ended up matching a 4-year, $63 million offer sheet from the Hornets. As Coach Quinn Snyder said, at 24, he's a vet for our team, the youngest team in the league. He provides leadership. He's a playmaker, too. Guys, he did not come cheap.
No, a young swingman who certainly has his fans around the league, Doris. Thanks. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Calathes passes to Gasol. Memphis moving that ball around. Prince kicks to Calathes. Hands it from downtown. Calathes has got 6.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Burke kicks to Burks. 14 feet away, and that one's good. And the Jazz lead by 6.
Easy little jump shot for him right there, guys. Alec Burks, really known as a slasher coming into the NBA out of Colorado. His outside shooting was questioned, but he's put in the work, and he's become a solid three-point shooter. Still young, he's only going to get better and better.
Here's Burke, following the score by Tayshaun Prince. Hayward dishes to Booker. Kanter kicks to Burks. Now the pass to Burke. There's the call on Trevor Booker. That's foul number 2 for him. Derek Favors checked in for Kanter. The Grizzlies also making a change. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Tayshaun Prince. Two minutes into the second half of play now. Lee outside. The three-pointer off the mark. Jazz leading by 4. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Hayward passes to Burke. Dishes to Burks. Kicks it to Burke. He feeds it to Burks. Now here's Burke, averaging 16 points a game. Hayward dishes to Burke. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Burks. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Well, Trey Burke and Alec Burks, the Burke-Burks backcourt. Try saying that fast 5 times.
I will not. That is indeed a bit of a tongue twister. But, you know, Kevin, these two have a chance to make a pretty special backcourt tandem. Both are really exceptional ball handlers, and I like Alec Burks' ability to attack the rim and finish creatively. And, you know, Trey Burke showed in his rookie year that he can shoot it from deep and knows how to run a team effectively.
The Jazz making a switch here. Novak's checked in, and Memphis also making a switch. Koufos is checked in. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
Well, you talk about Burks' ability to finish around the rim. A great athlete. They say he added about 6 inches to his vertical leap, training with his teammates in Santa Barbara.
Now Burke. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Pass to Burks. Feeds it to Burke. Hayward against Allen. Just 5 on the clock. Three-pointer. And it's good. Hayward's got 5.
And with Burke's length and athleticism, the tools to be a tough defender are there. And he's still learning how to play defense effectively and efficiently. But already he's a pretty good rebounder from the guard spot.
Koufos, and he gets it to go.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows, and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Gasol comes in for Koufos, and it's Carter in for Tony Allen. The Jazz have shot 50% from the line today. 3 for 6. That one misses for Favors.
Well, Derek Favors still developing offensively. I think he's trying to refine his post game and his shooting touch, but the potential is still there.
Carter drives in. That one goes. Count it. Carter's got 6. Utah leading by 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Randolph's got 4 rebounds in this game.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots just have not dropped for him today.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
Yeah, that was your game, Clark. Pound it inside and take the ball right to the defense.
That's what I tried to do, man. I knew my limitations.
Now, here's Burke. 6 to shoot. From downtown, the Jazz again can't hit it. And for Favors, most of his shots, Clark, coming around the rim.
Yeah, strong offensive rebounder. He can use his imposing physique to overpower a lot of defenders.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, guys, Quinn Snyder this season taking over as head coach of the Utah Jazz. Snyder said the fit is terrific. He loves player development. Certainly a nice compliment to this young roster. Snyder's road in the coaching ranks has been a winding one, but he said the adversity he's faced has made him a better coach and a better person. Gentlemen,
his time has come, Doris. All the makings of a great coach. Thank you. Here's what Utah's going with right now. Evans, he's checked in for Hayward. Carrick Felix comes in for Burks, and it's Exum in for Burke. Now, here's Exum, averaging 12 points a game. That one goes. Count. Exum's got his second basket of the night.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
Tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Well, good teams tend to have a defined style of play. Steve, the Grizzlies had grit and grind, but it seems they're going away from it now.
Kind of a throwback style, Kevin, but it suited their personnel perfectly, particularly with Randolph and Gasol down low. The slower pace lent itself to better defense for them, and they really pounded you inside, that's for sure.
Here's Calathes after Dante Exum's bucket. Good on the shot. Calathes has got the lead up to 1 now for the Grizzlies.
Looked like the defense kind of backed off him, and he took advantage.
There's 45 seconds left here in the third quarter. It's Novak from outside. A rebound by Gasol. Gasol's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
And you know, the Grizzlies got swept in the Western Conference Finals back in 2013 because the Spurs... Oh, get it! Oh, watch out now. Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, I mean, startling that he'd even try that right now.
Exum kicks to Evans. Pass to Novak. Shot and game clock separated by 5. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Novak's got 12.
And they can guarantee this is the last possession of the quarter if they hang on to it.
And that's probably what they're going to do here.
Calathes passes to Carter. Back to Gasol. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the 4th.
And a good job by the officials getting together and going to the replay. I mean, remember how frustrating it was before the rule was implemented to see a replay of an easily correctable call?
Yeah, I think the straw that finally broke the camel's back, Clark, was in the 2002 Western Conference Finals. Remember the Lakers beat the Kings by 1 point in that critical Game 4, and that came after LA was awarded a 3-pointer at halftime that was clearly after the buzzer.
And they've seen enough. The basket will not count. The quarter has come to an end before the shot.
Still important to have a second look at it, Kevin. I mean, the technology's available, so you might as well use it.
Absolutely. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Grizzlies lead by 1. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
Tune in next Sunday, April 12th. Eric Bledsoe and the Phoenix Suns take on Tony Parker and the San Antonio Spurs. A conference battle in the West. Make sure to catch it.
In a moment now, as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Well, this is what you talk about when you have the offensive play coming together based on tremendous passing. It's the rhythm and flow that occurs that makes this a beautiful game.
Utah's gone 6 of 14 with the 3-ball tonight, just a little over 40%. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. Nick Calathes is out there with Allen, and it's Marc Gasol, and there's Carter, and it's Prince in at the power forward. Carter on the wing, Burke covering.
Vince Carter in his days, one of the most electrifying players in the NBA, superstar in Toronto, one of the all-time great highlight reel dunkers. Those days are behind him. He remains a very valuable, and at this point, maybe even underrated NBA player.
And the Jazz with some changes. Hayward comes in for Jeremy Evans, and Alec Burks subbed in for Exum. Vince Carter hits them both. Jazz trail by 3. Burke with it. Passes it to Cantor. He kicks it to Burks. 6 to shoot. Some solid defense from Gasol.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Burke grabs the miss.
I like his tenacity getting to the basket there, even though the dunk rattled out. 99 times out of 100, you'll get the dunk or the foul.
Now, here's Burks, defended by Allen. Burks' shot is good. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Calathes dishes to Carter. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here.
Maybe a low percentage pass, but it still nearly got through.
I like it, though. I mean, it's an aggressive play. Heads up defending to deflect it away.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Randolph is checked in. Gasol setting the pick for Randolph. Prince kicks to Calathes. Just 5 to shoot. Tries a 3. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
Still Jazz ball.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. And here is Burke. Count that one. And the Jazz lead by 1.
He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack and find a way to get it done here.
Prince, the pass to Calathes. Oh, good with the triple. Jazz have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Burke dishes to Burks. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Burks got his 3rd assist on the night.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Calathes kicks to Gasol. The dish to Calathes. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Calathes has got 13 points in the second half. For Utah, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break.
You know, the Grizzlies are the kind of team that perhaps fans around the league can overlook or undervalue or even forget about at times, but they're always going to be there because they're tough, they're physical, and they're talented.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Guys, I was able to listen in on what Quinn Snyder was going over with his team. He said, guys, this is the kind of game we're capable of playing when we put our minds to it. I knew we had it in us, just like I know we're going to come out on top. Let's finish this thing. Guys?
Cantor, the pass to Burks. Hayward dishes to Burke, 6 to shoot. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Guys, as you were talking about, Memphis not a big budget franchise or one with a history that runs so deep that often fans overlook them.
That may be true, but it's given the Grizzlies a very underdog attitude that I think the franchise and the team and the fans have embraced.
He dishes it to Burks. It's rebounded by Memphis. It's Allen with the drive.
You know, even from here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the official.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Grizzlies.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
The other thing that's been huge for them is their points in the paint. They're getting the ball inside and converting on a regular basis.
And Allen drops them both.
They're really doing a good job working hard to get inside and draw contact, a little more so than they did in the first half.
Well, to keep a lead like this, they should continue to attack the paint like they have been. Don't settle for jump shots. Find your way to the free throw line.
Burke kicks to Burks. To halt the run, and it's Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And it's Allen slamming it down.
Beautiful work in the transition game.
That's how to do it. Attack early before the defense can get itself set.
Jazz trail by 6. And the Jazz call time here.
Well, just too many easy buckets, you know, in and around the paint. So he wants to put a stop to it. This timeout is going to be used to try to tighten up the defense.
Guys, at this level, they won't miss often if you keep giving up looks inside, and they're paying for that right now. Good timeout here.
Here's Burke. The feed to Hayward. The pass to Burke. There's the 3. And the shot is good.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a nice look.
Poor job by the defender to not fight over or around that screen.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
You can tell he's in a lot of pain. They'll take a timeout so that trainer can help him out.
Kicks it out to Allen. Dishes it to Prince. Takes it off the glass. And the Grizzlies lead by 5. A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Burke. There's the pick. Hayward kicks to Booker. He feeds it to Cantor. Gets to the ring for 2 with the D all over him. 1:35 left in the fourth quarter. Coathis dishes to Prince. Outside Prince. Allen kicks to Randolph. Oh, that's blocked. Now Burke. Pass to Booker. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Here's Coathis. Can't connect from short range. The Jazz are gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Over to the left wing. Burks, the pass to Burke. Kicks to Hayward. Connects. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
That is a clutch shot if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, very gutsy there. What more can you say? He got it done at the best time.
Allen outside. Hayward against Prince. Nails it.
That's a huge shot.
And that put a hush over the crowd.
Yeah, the volume's been turned down in this building in a big hurry.
Utah calls timeout. They're behind by 3. 29 seconds left in the game. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They set the pick. From 11 feet away, and they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Now, you can't let them pound the ball and just milk those precious seconds away.
No other option here but to foul and hope for a few misses at the line.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
And that makes it a 2-possession game now. Those could turn out to be vital free throws.
Utah calls timeout. They're down by 5. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
I think the coach is telling them here to just take the easy points in a hurry, and then you got to foul right away.
I don't think they necessarily need to just foul blindly right away here. You'll go for a steal before you send one of them to the foul line.
Here's Burks. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Shooting for Utah, Alec Burks. At the line for 2.
First free throw is good, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
So clutch, guys. Those free throws turn this into a one-possession ball game now.
And now they foul and stop the clock. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. He can't make the second free throw either. He's in both.
The perfect chance, an opportunity to wrap it up, and he couldn't take advantage. We'll see if he lives to regret it.
And they're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul. Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. The second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Man, pressure-packed free throws, but he looked cool as can be. So big to give them that 3-point lead.
So a close game sees Memphis take this one. Well, they don't get much more exciting than that, Clark.
They sure don't. And when it was gut check time, this team kept their composure, kept their emotions in check, and got it done.
Well, that'll do it for us. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, Kevin Harlan saying so long. And as we end the game, we bring you our Jordan Player of the Game.
The 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Sprite.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. And tonight, it'll be the Memphis Grizzlies going up against the Los Angeles Clippers at Staples Center. And when you take a look at the Clippers, win this game, and they leave with the 7th best record in the NBA. A little added motivation for them, if they need it. Shaq, I know the Clippers don't want to be referred to as Lob City anymore. Defensively, are they an underrated team?
Yes, they're severely underrated defensively. They can bother teams with their pressure. That was their problem before Doc Rivers came. They weren't a good defensive player, but they've listened to Doc Rivers. They become an impressive defensive team, and they match up well with any team in the NBA.
Almost time to tip it off. Let's get it to Kevin Harlan.
Hello, everyone. Get ready for NBA action live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. So for the Grizzlies, their last game, a win against the Jazz. A 3-point win in that one. Always nice to come out on top in a close game.
Seemed like they hit every big shot they had in that game, Kevin. Their offense was clicking, but really clutch in big moments.
That's ideally the way you want it to unfold on the road, Steve. Don't even give the fans a chance to get into the game.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Prince is the 3 and Randolph the 4. Nick Calathis is out there with Tony Allen. And it's Gasol in at the 5 spot. Here's Calathis, defended by Paul. Allen. Good. It's Calathis who picks up the assist. Allen's got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for Memphis. Paul with the ball. Against the Lakers, he was really on his game. Here's Griffin. Drilled from 11 feet out.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
Well, you often think of the Clippers as being an updated version of Showtime. They know how to grind it out and get a win, too.
Yeah, I thought they were a little better defensively. They have guys that will certainly give you highlight reel material, but they're smart in how they attack teams and how they finish games, too.
Here's Paul after the made shot from Zach Randolph. First quarter, just over a minute played. Nobody near Allen. And another basket for Memphis.
3 straight makes to start this game. Looking good.
And it's the Clippers with the ball. 4-point game. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And I thought, guys, they were the beneficiary of what was some lackluster defense being played against them.
I agree with you. I mean, it was really shocking how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. It's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
Now here's Barnes. Defense right on him. Crawford, no one around him. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Crawford's got 5 points so far.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Calathis passes to Prince. Paul with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Banked in off the glass.
And they're nearly perfect from the floor early on. 4 of their first 5 shots they've drained.
For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Calathis kicks to Allen. Looks for Randolph. Gets it to him. Good. Randolph's got his second bucket.
Tony Allen.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Paul dishes to Jordan. Clippers moving the ball around. Good work defensively by Gasol.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
You talk about players who either love or hate contact. Randolph, I think, is in his element, Clark, leaning on people. He likes to feel other bodies.
Yeah, they love Zebo, they call him, don't they? He can get busy. Boy, I love watching him go to work. You know, he likes to be in the middle of contact. gets to the rim whenever you lose contact if you're guarding him. And he's not the most explosive guy, but it just points out, Kevin, you can be highly skilled and a really good basketball player and not be a off-the-charts athlete.
He wears on his opponent.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of attrition.
I think he created that phrase, what was it, grit and grind? Grit and grind for the Grizzlies,
right.
And that's how he plays.
Yeah.
Looks like he might be on his game today, Clark.
The Grizzlies trail by 5. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Gasol trying to free himself up. Prince's shot is good.
Randolph never really an above-the-rim player, but with his combination of strength and skill, he remains effective. Deft touch with that left hand.
Now here's Paul, averaging 19 points per contest. Now Griffin inside. The shot is off. Good work defensively by Gasol. For Memphis, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. And he gets it to go. 6 points for Allen.
And Randolph is able to post up or face up. And he's lethal either way. And that high arcing shot of his from mid-range, beautiful to watch, impossible to block. And on that right block, he's doing work down there because he understands how to use that wide base of his to get separation.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Spencer Hawes is checked in for Jordan. Davis comes in for Blake Griffin. Brewer is checked in for Matt Barnes. And it's Farmar in for Jamal Crawford. Here's Farmar, right now averaging 5 points a game. Paul outside, puts up a 3. Here's Hawes. Kufis grabs the miss. For Memphis, they've gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. There's 1:17 left to play here in the first. Farmar passes to Paul. Now the feed to Davis. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Davis has got his first bucket of the night.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Back to Adams. Shoots it. And it's Carter missing.
Looked like he rushed that one, guys. The defense was out of position. He was wide open, just couldn't take advantage.
Paul kicks to Davis. There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter. Now here's Prince, averaging 8 points a game. And it's Carter penetrating. That's good. Carter's got his first bucket in this one.
What an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender, giving up so much size, there's no way he's going to get a hand on it.
Lee against Paul. The pass to Farmar. From deep. The shot no good. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Clippers lead by 1. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2.
Coming up next Monday night, April 13th, Andre Drummond and the Detroit Pistons take on LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Live from Quicken Loans Arena. Hoops Action.
So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
Well, I'll tell you what, I like what I've seen from this club defensively. They're forcing a lot of turnovers with their quick hands and ability to play the passing lanes.
Well, you talk about quick hands, but I think it's the mindset of being aggressive and then obviously being active with the hands, tracing that ball so you can come up with deflections that may lead to steals.
So it's the Clippers now. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand.
Man, I'll be looking forward to seeing how that Denver game turns out for sure.
We've got Spencer Hawes. Davis is out there with Barnes. Then there's Brewer. And it's Farmar in at the 1. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. It's stolen by Davis. Got a piece of it. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. And why don't we take a chance now to see which teams have been the NBA's highest scoring squads this month. The Clippers third.
I just love the flow with which they've played recently. I mean, this is a dominant team offensively because of that rhythm and pace. Glenn Davis suffered that broken bone to his foot towards the end of the 2013 season, and that motivated him to slim down. He got down to the lightest weight he's been since 8th grade, believe it or not, and still one of the strongest players in the league.
And one of the things that's amazing with Big Baby Davis is how quick on his feet he is for his size. I mean, this guy's 260, 65 pounds. He's great at covering pick and rolls. He slides in to take charges, and with his strength, you're not going to back him down on the block. Forget about that.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Hawes. Griffin comes in for Glenn Davis. And it's Crawford in for Corey Brewer. Here's Farmar. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. 6 to shoot. Fires the 3. And Jamal Crawford hits from deep. And the Clippers lead by 2. And you take a look at Big Baby, no question a good defender, Steve. Offensively, he can struggle, though, to finish over length.
Well, he's skilled. He's a good passer, and he can shoot from mid-range, but he's a below-the-rim type player, so he has to figure out how to use his body to get to the rim.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Doc Rivers trying to help this Clippers team to the mountaintop. And Chris Paul said, I've never had a coach that wants to win as bad as I do until Rivers. Rivers said, I'm just here to try to win. I always tell our players there's no guarantee to it. You have to be willing to get your hearts broken. Gentlemen.
He's getting him to lay it all on the line. Doris, thank you. Count the bucket. Carter's got his second bucket of the night.
Defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Here's Farmar. Top of the key, Griffin. For Memphis, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Carter, and a strong finish with 2 hands. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D, I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
Here's Crawford following the score by Memphis. And Griffin, here we go. They get the rebound. Second chance shot, good. And Farmar gets the assist. And that's now 6 points for Blake Griffin.
So that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And I would continue to do it. Force the defense to maybe send a double team. Now you've got other options to work with offensively.
Tony Allen's checked in for Vince Carter. And so it's Memphis with it, trailing by 2. Last time they met was in Memphis.
Remember, that last matchup went right down to the wire before they pulled it out, and I thought the big difference was the contribution this team got from its bench.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. The Grizzlies, grit and grind, known for being old school, post you up and lock you down top of basketball team.
Yeah, and that front court rotation, boy, the envy of the league, in my opinion. It's a big part of what makes this team really go.
Pick by Griffin. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Rejected by Randolph.
This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to... Oh,
get it! Uh-oh! Watch out now. Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, I mean, startling that he'd even try that right now.
And here is Los Angeles now. The Grizzlies making the shot. It's tipped. Lee against Crawford. Lee kicks to Randolph. Griffin with the steal. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Griffin a screen on Allen. Crawford drives in. Stolen by Randolph. Here's Calathis. Misses off the right iron. The Clippers trail. Now Farmar. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Griffin sets the screen for Barnes. And Gasol comes to help. 6 to shoot. Here's Jordan. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, he's sensing this is a critical time in this game, guys.
The offensive rebound. The shot's good from Gasol. Gasol's got his first basket of the night.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Farmar dishes to Jordan. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented. For plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
It was a great dunk and also a great game we've got here.
Here's Calathis. A 23-point game for him in the win against Utah.
Well, this last season was the Clippers' 30th in Los Angeles. And for a team that's long played in the Lakers' shadow, for the second season in a row, the Clippers were the best team in L.A.
And for the Clippers, in their 30 years in L.A., folks, only 6 times they finished the regular season with a better winning percentage than the Lakers. Man, it's been domination by the Lakers out there in L.A. land. So Clipper fans are hoping that this is a sign of things to come going forward for their team, the Clippers.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Spencer Hawes is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Davis comes in for Blake Griffin. Brewer is checked in for Matt Barnes. And Paul subbed in for Jordan Farmar. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, the Clippers' backcourt of Chris Paul and J.J. Redick, a great combo. But the two were bitter rivals playing in the ACC, even exchanging blows back in 2004. Redick said, "I knew he didn't like me, and I didn't like him either." Paul said it was their competitive natures that led them to clash. But guys, as teammates, they've become good friends.
Yeah, sometimes the players you hate to face make the best teammates. Thanks, Doris. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Allen on the money with the open jumper. Allen's got 4 this quarter.
His shooting's been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons his team is up in this game.
And here is Paul. Kicks it to Davis. In the corner, it's Crawford. Baseline try. Here's Hawes. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Hawes got it all tied up now for the Clippers. Here's Calathis. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And so it's tied as we head to halftime. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Well, Doc, as we get into the second half, what do you expect to see from this offense you're facing tonight?
Well, they're moving the ball. They're just playing to the hot hand, and we got to expect that. So let's not let anyone get hot. That would be nice.
Coach, thank you so much. Over to you guys.
All right, Doris, thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
Well, I think that the Grizzlies need to change their strategy against Crawford.
He's got 10 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
I'm sure they'd like to get him a few more of those, so look for them to run some screens for him, try to pop him open.
The Clippers shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. So on the floor for Memphis. Zebo and Marcus All are up front. Allen and Prince on the perimeter. And it's Calathis in at the point guard position. Now here's Crawford. 6 to shoot. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. The Grizzlies shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here. For Memphis, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
Well, they've been a relatively poor free throw shooting team, about 72% as a unit.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
Even with the miss, he got the big one there to put him in front.
DeAndre Jordan has always had a knack for the incredible, and it usually manifests itself in his dunks or blocks. But last year he committed himself more on the defensive end, and it really made a difference for him.
Here's Allen, following the score by Jamal Crawford, and he gets it to go. And 12 points for Allen. Clark and Steve, this game has a lot of character here in the third period.
Yeah, you know what, guys? I love seeing this type of action. A competitive, compelling matchup. A lot of lead changes here so far.
Yeah, 6 in total, Clark. So this has been a great game. Both teams playing hard and really competing out there.
Now here's Allen. From 11 feet away. Misses off the left iron.
Great close out there, forcing the errant shot.
Well, he made it a tough shot again. He didn't give up on it, and he got a hand up.
Crawford outside. Paul outside. Lets it go from 14. And that one's good. Paul's got 6 points.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Carter's checked in. With a break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been dialed in defensively this month. The Clippers, number 1.
Kevin, who says that good defense isn't fun to watch? This has been impressive. The last few weeks, they've been able to get after it and be active and come up with more steals than normal.
Now here is Carter. 6 points for him. The 3. Calathis gets the bucket. He has 5. Clark and Steve, either side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
Well, 8 lead changes, Kevin, so far as the teams are battling it out here in the third.
It's all building towards what could be a great finish. This will be fun to watch.
And the Clippers call time here. At this part of the game, always important to stay focused. And while the coach goes over the game plan, these players are getting a much-needed chance to rehydrate and refuel with Gatorade. And guys, we know the drill well, all 3 of us drinking the Gatorade too.
Yeah, no question. Right. I mean, Kevin, people have no idea the fatigue that can set in during a telecast. And so it's important for us to stay hydrated all game long.
Clark, you're always hydrated.
Yeah, I try to be, but it's usually with a combination of H2O and Gatorade.
I love Gatorade. Look at Steve, got the Gatorade shirt on.
Yeah, he's really immersed in the Gatorade.
Yeah, gotta love it.
Here's Crawford after Memphis gets the 3. Raise it up and banks it in. Crawford's got it all tied up now for the Clippers. Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. The dish to Gasol. The shot is off. The Clippers go the other way with it. 3 on 3. Here's Crawford. Here's Barnes. Again, Los Angeles.
Great rise and dime there. He changed gears in midair to make the assist.
The Grizzlies shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Took him no time at all on that one. 6 points for Prince.
That's 2 straight quick 3-pointers they've allowed.
They better not make it 3 straight, because now all of a sudden you're looking at a hot streak.
Jordan sets the pick for Paul. Fires the 3. The Grizzlies pull it in.
Defense better watch out. They better be alert, because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
It's tipped. Paul with the steal. Paul left side. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Prince. Dishes it to Gasol. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Grizzlies have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight. And the first one at the line is good. And Los Angeles with some changes. Spencer Hawes is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And Corey Brewer's subbed in for Jamal Crawford. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Kufis checked in for Randolph. And it's Lee in for Tayshaun Prince. No good on the second free throw. You know, for a player whose star shines as brightly as Blake Griffin, Steve, it seems there are a lot of naysayers regarding his game, although I think you and I would agree he expanded his game, certainly this past year.
Well, I can tell you this. I am not one of those naysayers because I think Blake Griffin was the 3rd best player in the NBA last year. The offensive expansion to his game, the post game, the passing, the ball handling in transition. I mean, he is an amazing player, and has gotten better and better every year.
And so here's Memphis. Clippers able to drain the 3. Gasol, no good. 1:50 left to play in the 3rd. Brewer with the ball. He's picked up by Lee. Feeds it to Hawes. Griffin against Carter. Poked loose. Lee with the steal. That drive by Carter. Hawes with the rebound.
And, you know, hey, anytime a player starts to get a lot of endorsements and TV spots, it puts him under the magnifying glass. You become a target. Other players see Blake Griffin on that pedestal. They're not going to hesitate sometimes to try to take him down a peg. Looky here. How about that one? That play. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook for future reference.
Perfectly done. He put it on a platter for him.
He
Gosh,
sure
that
did.
was neat.
And how about the touch on the finish, too? That was really nicely done. And for Griffin, an all-star from his rookie season, the spotlight came early, but it hasn't taken away from his competitive drive. And the criticism he's faced, fair or not, it will only spur him to greater heights.
The Grizzlies trail by 3. Lee outside. He can't get that one to fall.
Great defensive anticipation there to challenge that shooter.
Paul kicks to Barnes. Griffin a screen on Gasol. Shot clock at 5. Here's Brewer. And again, Los Angeles with the triple. 19 seconds left in the 3rd.
Probably should hold for one shot here. Clock is on their side.
Yeah, no-brainer. They can hold it for the last shot.
Carter with the bucket.
It was almost like he was surprised to be that wide open, yet he knocked it down.
Here's Paul. 6 points for him.
Defensive foul. That's his first personal foul. First team foul. Substitution.
Here's Farmar. And a miss there on the triple. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Clippers ahead. They lead by 4. And 4th quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this.
Wednesday, April 15th, Tony Parker and the San Antonio Spurs go up against Anthony Davis and the New Orleans Pelicans. Live from New Orleans. Be there.
And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
This was an exceptional pass, guys, and we see the result. Hits him in stride, and bam, the slam dunk.
The Grizzlies trail by 4. We've got Crawford. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Davis. Then there's Farmer. And it's Brewer at the 3 slot. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Yeah, not just an everyday finish. He put a little pizzazz on that one, guys.
Here's Farmar following the score by Memphis. Passes it to Crawford. Now Farmar. Shoots in deep, and Davis puts it in. And the Clippers lead by 4.
You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
Yeah, and that's their goal down the stretch. Continue to find those close-range shots.
Here's Farmar. Pass to Brewer. It's stolen by Adams. And it's Memphis on the break. Prince with the ball.
Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early offense.
Kufis checked in for Memphis. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Clippers?
Man, they keep piling up the assists, guys. Great ball movement.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range jump shots.
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight-ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yeah, you got that right, Kevin. He's such a reliable finisher.
The score now all even. Adams has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Wow, fans just getting their money's worth tonight. Really entertaining ball game.
It has been. The margin separating these teams has been paper thin.
And the Clippers call time here. And Los Angeles with some changes. Griffin comes in for Davis. And Matt Barnes is subbed in for Brewer. Nick Calathis is checked in for Memphis. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
During that break, Coach Rivers had some words for his team. He's looking for whatever they have left in the tank. He said, I know it's been a hard-fought game, but now's not the time to leave anything in reserve. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I expect you to be going all out, full speed. Guys?
Now here's Prince. After the miss from Crawford.
Didn't matter that he was surrounded. He was the guy who muscled everybody else out of the way to get that board.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
Well, that's how you send it. 2 hands and hammer it down.
Kufis inside, guarded by Jordan. Barnes with it. He dishes it to Farmar. Crawford outside. Griffin sets the screen for Crawford. And here's Barnes for 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Randolph's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Calathis to take the lead. Rebound by the Clippers. Jordan's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Farmar passes to Jordan. Crawford outside. Farmar dishes to Crawford. Shot clock at 5. A baseline J. No luck. And it's Memphis the other way. And just about 3 minutes through the 4th quarter here. Calathis kicks to Kufis. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Picked by Griffin. Here's Farmar. Jordan the pass to Barnes. Crawford dishes to Barnes. He kicks it to Farmar. Right side, Jordan. Tries again. Zach Randolph with the rebound. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Prince kicks to Kufis. Here's Calathis. Sinks the three-pointer. And the Grizzlies lead by 1. Boy, right down to the wire here, Clark and Steve. Still anyone's ball game.
Both teams really invested now. I mean, this is the type of game you love to win, and you'd hate to lose it.
Boy, after all this energy that both teams have expended, you're right, Clark. This would be a tough one to win.
They've stepped up their three-point shooting game in the second half. They're letting it fly out there with reckless abandon.
Now they're feeling confident, and they're in a good flow offensively, so why not just keep firing from out there?
Ball checked in for Jordan Farmer. And the Grizzlies also with the sub. Marcus Gasol is checked in for Costa Coops. 1:56 left in the fourth. The drive by Randolph. Can't cash in from close range.
After fighting back into it, they had a chance to tie this thing up.
Steve, I love it. They are not going away. They brought it close right now.
And they got exactly what they wanted against that defense.
This passes to Prince. Allen outside. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Allen's got 5 points in the quarter.
His stroke has been dead on. Inside, outside, wherever. The shot's just falling for him.
1:31 left in the fourth quarter. Ball goes in. Here's Jordan, and the layup's good off the glass.
Unstoppable offense from both teams. I love the pace this game has been played at.
So does everybody else in the building. This has been a fun one.
The feed now to Prince. And there's the pass to Calathis. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Wow, what a big three-pointer. And if he's got his shooting stroke going, he could be the closer for them in this game.
Now here's Paul. Jordan sets the pick for Paul. He feeds it to Griffin. Use that pick to get in close.
Wow, what a clever pass that time by Chris Paul.
There's a minute left in the fourth. Here's Calathis, defended by Paul. 52 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Crawford outside. Kicks it to Barnes, off the screen. And that one hits back iron.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick, just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. Guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
Allen. Here's Gasol. Good.
Marc Gasol is a problem. They're having a lot of trouble dealing with what he's giving.
And the Clippers call time here. They trail by 1. We've got 22 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here is Paul. Here's the lob to the hoop.
You know, they've got a foul to give here if they need it.
Now, definitely something to keep in mind from them right now. They can be very aggressive.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're losing by 1. There's 18 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Into Zach Randolph. Griffin with the steal. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Well, you do what you have to do to extend this game and try to get the ball back.
In this situation, clock management crucial.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
Second team foul. Shooting for Los Angeles. Chris Paul. At the line for
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 3-point game.
Absolutely massive free throw. That'll force them into a three-point attempt.
A chance to tie it up, Park.
A 3 would make it happen.
assist from Nick Calathis.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
That's his third personal foul. Third team foul. Shooting for Los Angeles. Chris Paul. At the line for 2.
No good good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that will put them up by 2. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Calathes kicks to Prince. Now the dish to Randolph.
That was some skill there. Nice use of the bounce pass.
Regulation is ended, and we're heading to overtime. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. We've got overtime action now, folks. Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, Doris Burke on our sideline, and this is Kevin Harlan. So Memphis will get the first possession. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Crawford and Barnes filling out the wings. Griffin at the 4 with Pause at the 5. And it's Paul in at the 1. Here's Crawford following the basket by Marc Gasol. Crawford kicks to Hawes. This is DePaul. Nobody near Barnes. Off target with his 3. Memphis leading. Carter left side. Feeds to Prince. With the teardrop. That's good.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Now here's Crawford. All up top. Yep, right through the net.
Clutch basket, especially over the top of the bigger defender.
Yeah, it just shows you the kind of fortitude and guts he has, Steve.
Calathes gets to cover. And Randolph throws it down. A 3-run to the hoop and some thunder on the finish.
Not exactly the way the D would have drawn that one up.
And when you got the space, you might as well throw it down. That's what I always used to do.
And it's the Clippers with the ball. The Grizzlies making the shot. And here is Barnes. On the wing, Jamal Crawford. Shot clock at 6. Griffin a screen on Carter. No good with the elbow jumper. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Prince outside. Pass to Carter. Griffin with some nice D.
It's kind of a shocker. The defense was there, but it wasn't right in his face. Kind of out of character for him to miss those.
That is good. And that bucket ignites the crowd.
Crucial bucket there, and you hear it in their reaction.
And you can feel the energy throughout this building right now. What a huge shot.
Now here is Carter from 15 feet away. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Looked like an easy 2 points right there.
You know he's kicking himself for that.
That is a clutch shot if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, very gutsy there. What more can you say? He got it done at the best time.
Here's Calathes. That drive by Carter misses from close range.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
That's a 2 from Paul. It's good. We're in overtime if you just joined us. 2.5 minutes through it. Here's Carter. What a difference in this crowd right now, Clark.
Yeah, they're breathless, nervous, and quiet.
Yep. Wow. It is quiet time, Clark. You got that right. That was a huge shot.
Los Angeles calls timeout. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Barnes dishes to Paul. Feeds to Griffin. Back to Paul. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Pause. Ooh, offline. Here's Randolph. Carter outside. Knocked away and stolen by Barnes. Another tie, and we're going to have a second overtime. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And another overtime is in store for us. This one has been extremely tight. Great action all game long. We'll see now if fatigue, guys, plays a factor. That's the question. So it's the Grizzlies now. Prince, the pass to Randall. The Clippers grab the miss. Griffin's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. The drive by Paul. Here's Hawes. Good, and Paul gets the assist. And the Clippers lead by 2.
What a beautiful play inside, using that height advantage to just lay the ball up and in when they really needed a basket.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Here's Calathis. Carter outside. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Jamal Crawford picks one up.
Some nice numbers for Carter. He's got 10 points, and he's also been picking up some nice assists here and there, too.
Well, he's going to have to continue to play this way, Clark, because this offense thrives on his passing ability, and they've got it going right now.
That's good from Vince Carter. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things toward them. I mean, they've been winning that battle.
Here's Gasol. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Paul kicks to Griffin. Griffin draws the double. To Hawes. Paul outside. There's Crawford with the 3. That drops.
I thought the defense really kind of slacked off there. He's going to drill those threes when he gets a good look.
Memphis trailing here. Calathis kicks to Carter. It's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Jordan, he's checked in for the Clippers. And Memphis also making a switch. Allen's checked in. And so here's Memphis. No good on the quick 3. There's 1:38 left in the second overtime period. Good stuff. Here's Paul. He dishes it to Barnes. Back to Paul. Pass to Barnes. Launches a 3. Tries again. Crawford outside. Gasol against Barnes. Griffin sets the screen for Barnes. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on Tayshaun Prince.
One of the oldest players in basketball made that dunk possible.
That's right. A terrific screen right there, Steve. Allowed him to lose his man and rock it to the rim.
Now, don't you love to see players working together in that fundamental play? Fun to watch.
The free throw off from Barnes.
The defense keeps coming up short. Just no solution for Barnes. He's got 14 points and 5 assists.
Boy, he's been so good both offensively and defensively, Clark. I'm not sure which way he's been better.
I don't think he's missed a beat at either end.
Into Jordan. Deflected. Bank shot. No good.
Boy, that's a shocking miss. That's one of his favorite spots on the floor, and the defense was nowhere to be found.
Allen dishes to Prince. Here's Randolph. Can't hit. Great D that time from Jordan. This could be a turning point.
Having critical possession here.
Here's Barnes. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Great job. Taking it right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left them no choice but to foul there.
Shooting for Los Angeles, Matt Barnes.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. No luck that time either.
Major missed opportunity. That should have been game over, guys.
Allen. It's good. This game is all even.
Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammates.
And the Clippers call time here. Crawford outside. Ball is screen on Allen. The feed the ball. Lots of room. Got it!
Textbook right there. Nice pass, great catch, beautiful finish.
Timeout called the Grizzlies. They trail by 2. Just 4 seconds left to play in the second overtime period. Could not get a winner with just 1. From 13, missed.
How about the effort we're seeing from him on the boards? He's already in double figures.
Yeah, and more importantly, Steve, his rebounds are leading the team.
So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. Clark, a double overtime game can really take its toll on the players, and after this one, the officials, the fans, everyone's going to have to take a needed rest.
Yeah, exactly, but I tell you what, they showed me the heart of a champion here in this one.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Chris, congratulations on winning this one in overtime. What does it mean to play a game like you did in front of this home crowd?
It's a good team we just beat. You know, without this crowd's energy, we might not have pulled through in overtime, but this is a really good win for our team.
Chris, thank you so much. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Now, our Jordan player of the game, Jamal Crawford.